I would like to talk about groove and stretch. Okay. Where does groove come from? It comes from stretch. Do you understand? The feeling of the groove. It comes from stretch. Okay, I'm stretching. I'm stretching. Okay? You can't have groove when you don't stretch. With this, you can't create groove. If you want to create groove, it's stretch. It's stretch. Okay? So, in Boogaloo also, what you have to do is you have to create the stretch to have the groove. If you don't stretch, if you just you can't create the groove, okay? Only if you stretch. Even if you do a flex, this is all stretch. All the moves are stretch. Okay? If you don't stretch, you can't do any kind of move. Okay. So, but when you stretch, the important thing is you have to keep the least amount of tension to create the stretch. Do you understand? You have to have tension. If you don't have tension, there's no stretch. Okay? But if you do it like this, if you keep more tension than needed, your body will be rigid. Okay? You can't create the groove with this. Do you understand? So when you do the groove, right? Or if you keep more tension than needed, you won't be able to create the groove. You will be rigid. Do you understand? You will be hard, stiff. So I told you about the groove and the stretch. This is same with all the moves and for wave and snake also. When you do wave, right? If you do, you have to stretch when you wave. Okay? You can't just. You can't create wave with no tension, no stretching, okay? So what you do is, you stretch. Again, keeping more tension than needed, you wouldn't be able to create groove with that. You can't. If you do it like this, no stretching. You can't create the stretch nor the groove. Do you understand? So, stretch. Do the wave. If you don't stretch, you can't wave. This is not wave. Okay? This is not a proper wave. Same thing with a snake. When you snake, when you do the snake or when you do any kind of roll, you have to stretch. Okay? So stretch to create the groove with the move. You can't, this is not snaking. This is not snaking. No tension, no stretch. You can't call this snake. And with this also, don't keep too much tension than needed. You can't create groove with that. Do you understand? So keep the least tension to do the stretch, so that you can do this stretch. Okay? The least tension. So you can create the groove, alright? With the roll also, this is not a roll, okay? What you have to do is, you have to stretch. This is a roll. All kind of rolls. This is not a roll. This is no roll. Stretch. Okay? This is not a roll. Stretch. Okay? Stretch, 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 stretch. Again, don't keep more tension than needed. You can't create groove with this. No, just the least amount of tension so that you can stretch. The least amount with which you can stretch. This is not a roll. This is no roll combination. This is no roll combination. This is not stretching. This is not creating any groove. Do you understand? I see a lot of people doing roll without stretching, without the amount of tension that you need. I see a lot of people do the wave without stretching, no groove. Okay? This is no wave. There's no stretching in it. You have to stretch. Do you understand? Stretch. Okay, so in this clip, I told you about the groove and stretch and tension. And for the moves, I talked about wave, snake, and roll. Alright? Okay, see you next time.